See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, ask you to stop and ask you to drop. Cause my nigga serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, what the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed the up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. So I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know your ass need to stop and ask you. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. You gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask shit. Oh, I'm gonna step, I'm silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking, but we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with you. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got you, baby mother on high, baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why it exists, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up, serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really need you down here. From all the pain that we're going through. We know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. Well, I just want to fall on you. So about 5 minutes. Waiting and to play with. I raise my children up to say the same shit. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through. We know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just want to fall on you. To show the devils you wait and to play with. I raise my children up to say the same shit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Look, I keep it loyal to the team. U.P.K play for kings. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way, boy. Tell him get the fuck off the beach, boy. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat, boy. This shit is too easy. I'm on go, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 VJ. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'm gonna back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas, we eat. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say all y'all do the sweet. Tell y'all to do the sweet. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I keep it low to the T. U.P.K play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my targets on the move, bitch, I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we tanks. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it low to the T. U.P.K play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
Let's clap it up. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barak Thumb to my brothers. Yahweh Shemal Thun by Shem Yahweh Shai to my sisters. Man, you already know what time it is, man. We are the I.S.U.P.K, the Commanding General YAHANNA. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we teach that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Israelites of the Bible, man. You understand? We're not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group. If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, therefore you are not in the truth, man. So all these other Israel fake camps and all these people, whatever they call themselves, they're nothing but Christians. You understand? This is the home of the truth right here, man. We've been established since 1969, man. You understand? And we've been bringing out this truth accordingly for thus said the scriptures, and thus said the Lord. You understand? Tonight, in an orderly fashion, what we do is, it's Friday night, so it's a Lashawan Qadash class. You understand? This is the language class that we go into. And we bring out things pertaining to the language, how we spoke, how we communicated with each other, how we communicate with angels. You understand? How we communicate with the Most High. You understand? So this is what we'll be doing. So all across the globe tonight, when you see brothers, you're going to be seeing brothers speaking or talking about something pertaining to the language of Israel. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. This is only for you. You understand? So like what we like to do when we get started, you understand, is we go ahead and go into some scriptures just to show you why we do this or things pertaining to the topic of the night or just showing you things that, again, why we even do what we do. You understand? So if you could, otherwise, give me that scripture. He's about to give you Genesis 14 and 13 if you want to read along. And if you could, Baba Kashai, if you're just tuning in on social media, give me a 1 in the chat. Mozambique Christ. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal, Thaba Hashem Yahweh Shai. What's going on with you? Oh, come. But yeah, if you could, if you could hear me, give me a 1 in the chat, Baba Kashai, so I know that you can hear me. We want to make sure everybody get this, get this work. You know what I'm saying? So
like how Loda Luck said, they're gonna get this work. You understand? So yeah, man. Baba Kashal said, "We never be ready."
Book of Genesis, chapter 14 and verse 13.
Come on.
And there came one that had escaped and told Abram, the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite brother.
Stop right there real quick, sir. So like, it says, and there came one that had escaped and told Abram the Hebrew. You understand? Now, if you understand, this is the story of, the beginning of Sodom and Gomorrah and things what was going on. You understand? But this here was someone that escaped from where Lot was going on. Things that, they had took over Lot's people, his army and things like that. But there was one that had escaped. You understand? This is like the battle. The battle was the Vale of Siddim. You understand? And they were battling and things like that. And he escaped. So he went to go talk to Abram, which is, we know, later got his name changed to Abraham. You understand? Or Abraham in the Hebrew. You understand? But like it said, there came one that had escaped and told Abram the Hebrew. Now, let's start right there, one, because you understand, anybody, especially Muslims, you understand, they tell you, oh, well, Abraham or, Abram, he was, I forgot what they said he said. They don't say he was a Hebrew, you understand? It really don't matter what they say. This is what thus said the Lord said. This is what the scripture says, said that he's a Hebrew, you understand? See, the thing is, during this time, Israelites per se had not been started yet because Jacob had not been born or thought of, you understand? Or brought to, have been born. Let's just say that. You understand? So all that comes to pass later on when we're Israelites. But we understand when we say our forefathers, meaning F-O-R-E, not F-O-U-R. Our forefathers that came before us was Abraham here, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand? So this is one of our forefathers, and it's showing you, you understand, he's the beginning of that start of that lineage, and it's calling him a Hebrew. Read it from the top from you one more time, sir.
Genesis chapter 14, verse 13. And there came one that had escaped and told Abram the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol, and brother of Ammon. And these were confederate with Abraham.
And they're just giving you the rundown on who this brother was, his nationality, you understand? And then, like he said, these were Confederate Abram, meaning, you understand, he cooperated with Abram, you understand? He dealt with Abram accordingly, so much so he made sure that Lot, which I think was like his nephew or something like that, came and basically, was told about what was going on with Lot. You understand? Give me the book of 2 Corinthians 11 and 22, Bible, sure. And if you, the water sis for that one, most high Christ. And if y'all have any questions or anything like that, man, tonight is again the Lashawan Qadash class. So let's make sure our questions are pertaining to the language. You understand? Of course, if you just tuning in and you new, Monday is scripture breakdown. You understand? We got Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayatha that does it through Durham. You understand? Then if it's not 12 Shield Gentleman Hyman, then sometimes it'll be the captain of that school, and he's breaking it down. You understand? Tuesday night is the Brotherhood class. Wednesday night is the law class. Thursday night again with Gentleman Hyman, 12 Shield Gentleman Hyman. He'll be doing the scripture breakdown, so you can ask your questions there pertaining to breakdown of scriptures. Every day you can ask your questions, breakdown of scriptures, but tonight is more so going into the language. You understand? Now, if I can break a scripture down, you need me to, Lord willing, let's get it popping. You understand? But just want to give you an understanding or a premise of how we operate. You understand? And then, of course, Friday night is Lashawan Qadash. You understand? Which is a lot. What I've learned is learning the Lashawan Qadash on Friday nights prepares you for the Sabbath service in the morning, which is Saturday. You understand? You got that scripture for me, sir? The water.
2 Corinthians.
Come, sir.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 22. Are they Hebrews?
Are they what?
Hebrews.
See, this is already a question being proposed from Paul. You understand? Because Paul wrote to the Corinthians, or it's like the Israelites, Black Hispanics and Native Indians that were scattered abroad in Corinth. You understand? He's asking the question: are they Hebrews? Keep going.
So am I.
See, so Paul, right here, this is another cut to every Christian, to every other belief that seems to think that Paul, you understand, was a Roman, which is it. The scriptures, it does say Paul was a Roman, but you don't understand the context of the Bible. That's why, again, you're not in here. That's why, again, you're not authorized to teach, because General Muhammad, General Muhammad said something that was so heavy. He said, context is where the spirit lies. You understand? So if you're reading the scriptures and you don't know the spirit or the context of it, you're not going to understand it. You're not going to understand the spirit of it. So even when Paul said he's a Roman, or they called him a Roman, meaning he was a Roman citizen, he dwelt in Rome. You understand? Just like today, where they call us African Americans or they call us black. You understand? We understand that that's not who we are, but we do dwell in America. So they call us Americans. But again, we know our nationality is an Israelite. You understand? So like Paul just said, are they Hebrews? So am I. Which is, we know Paul. Matter of fact, we'll get there. We'll let Paul speak. Keep going, sir.
Are they Israelites?
Are they Israelites? So he's asking the question again. Keep going.
So am I.
Go ahead.
Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I.
See, man, Paul ran that thing down from the lineage. You understand? He's like, are they Israelites? Or are they Hebrews? So am I. I mean, he let you know this is the language that we speak is Hebrew. You understand? Are they Israelites? So am I. You understand? So Paul is letting you know. And then he said, are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. So Paul let you know he comes from that lineage of, you understand, Israelites. But again, let the Christian tell you, Paul was not an Israelite. He was a so-called Roman, which would be oppressive today. Give me the book of Romans 9-4, sir. Just to back up what we saying here. You understand? Because we want Romans 9-3, so like, because we want these people to understand, or our people to understand. When the I.S.U.P.K speak, we're not speaking of our own. You understand? We're speaking of thus said the Lord.
Right.
There's brothers above us that has done this labor, has done this work, and we follow suit, man. You understand? Like the scriptures say, get at a priest, wear out the shoes of the priest. You understand? Roughly paraphrase. You got that, sir?
Romans chapter 9 verse 3. For I wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren.
Now who?
My brethren.
See, Paul said, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren. So Christ basically said, look, if I could have died on the cross for my brother, I would. You understand? He's basically letting you know, like, look, this is for my brothers. You understand? Black Hispanics and Native Indians. You understand? Keep going.
My kinsmen, according to the flesh.
Now, you know this is the brother speaking here. You understand? Because this is only how we speak. Ain't nobody else speaking like that. Ain't no oppressor saying, yo, kinfolk, what's going on, kinfolk? You understand? Paul said, my kinsmen. You understand? Meaning someone that's of my lineage, someone of the bloodline. You keep going.
Verse 4. Who are Israelites.
Who are what?
Israelites.
See, this is the thing that people don't understand. And that's why you know that the Christian church don't read the Bible. Because this is in the New Testament where they love to go. And this is one of Paul's epistles or his letters that he's written to the ones in Romans, Black Hispanics and Native Indians. You understand? And he said, for my brethren, my kinsmen. So he's running that thing down and letting you know this is my family here. You understand? And like he said, according to the flesh. You understand? So again, Pop had to tell fire to the sister, and then it came up with Paul. You understand? And he, like he said, who are Israelites.
Yeah,
you understand? Right. So again, do you see a common pattern that's going on here? You understand? Abraham was called a Hebrew. Paul went into 2 Corinthians 11th chapter and said he is a Hebrew, so am I. Or are they Hebrews, so am I. Are they Israelites, so am I. Or are they the seed of Abraham, so am I. Meaning seed, meaning literally coming from the sperm of Abraham. You understand? Going through that lineage. You understand? Pause. Now, I just wanted to bring that out. But give me the book of Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. So again, man, it's like when you open this record book and you see the truth, only if you're the Lord's sheep will you understand, will you follow. Right. because the scriptures say, "My sheep shall hear my voice." You understand? Because I'm pretty sure, I can't even say that. The pastor, he's seen these scriptures, he's read these scriptures, but again, he want their filthy lucre's sake. You understand? Like I was y'all say that lasciviousness. You understand? That's all he worrying about. He's not worrying about teaching the people. You understand? Right. Go ahead with that scripture, Bible shot, sir.
Genesis
11 and 1.
11 and 1.
Come
Book of Genesis chapter 11 verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech.
I mean, that's it right there. And we know, you understand, Hebrew is what? You all right? Okay. It says, it says, and the whole earth was of one language and one speech. Now, real quick, if I may. Now, this is talking about the entire earth.
That's right.
Because we know John 3:16, everybody love to play on, for God so loved the world.
Right.
You understand? But now you see there's a distinction also when it says world and earth. Because this is everybody on the planet Earth that it's talking about. And it says that it was one language, meaning the language that they spoke was Hebrew. You understand? And one speech. So the mannerism of the talk of how they speak was of Hebrew. You understand? So like I said, we were of one language, of one speech. But now if you read further down, you'll see how the people came together and tried to build a tower, the highest tower possible, which shows you again that America is even in the scriptures, because that's what Esau loves to do today. I know y'all seen how New York is. You understand? They got some of the tallest buildings in America. You understand? And it's like, that's how Esau is, because he loves those caves. That's why he's called a Caucasian, because he dwells in the Georgia, I can never say this word right. Georgia, Russia, Caucasus Mountains, if I'm not mistaken. You understand? So that's again going into that. One good night is throwing down. One last, we about to look up word, sir. Okay, one last scripture, Zephaniah 3 and 9. Because like I said, from what happened to us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we were stripped from our heritage. We disobeyed the Most High. And I always misquote this, so I'm gonna make sure I say this right tonight. We turned our back on the Most High. The Most High never turned his back on us.
That's right.
It's just like a good father. He told us, this is what you got to do to receive this. This is what you got to do to receive that. If you don't do this, this is what's going to happen if you don't do it, and this is your punishment. You understand?
Right.
So the Most High told us, I'll bless you if you do what I tell you to do, or I'll punish you if you don't. You understand? Of course, Israel, being a stiff-necked people, were punished because we didn't listen to the Most High. We didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. I mean, hell, as soon as we got out of Israel, as soon as we got out of Egypt, or Montezarium, or Mizraim, in the Hebrew, you understand, we was making a molten calf or a golden calf to worship this doggone cow. You understand? Right. But see, now this is what the Most High told us what would happen too, and this is going on as we speak today. Go ahead, sir.
Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
For then will I turn to the people a pure language.
For then will I turn to the people. The people is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
YAHANNA in the Hebrew, Israel in the English. You understand? He said, for then will I turn to the people a pure language. What you see on here today, we ain't talking about the Assyrian. We're talking about the ancient. You understand? But even the Assyrian was made by our people because we dwelt in the land of Assyria and we wanted to be like the Assyrians. So we try to make a language that they could better understand. You understand? So like he said, for then will I turn to the people a pure language. Keep going.
That they may all call upon the name of the Most High.
Keep going.
To serve him with one consent.
And that's one thing that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians don't understand. The Most High's name is not God. You understand? That's just telling you what he is, the type of deity he is. You understand?
Power.
Right. Khan meaning power. Elohim in the Hebrew, or the powers. You understand? Or Elohim meaning the powers. You understand? But like it says, that they may call upon the name of the Lord, which is here is in capital, so it will be Yahweh in the Hebrew. You understand? That's his true name. You understand? Like I said, that they may call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. And the only people that's serving him with one consent is the I.S.U.P.K, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General YAHANNA. You just seen that in the Passover. You understand? We were all under one consent, man. You know what? Sidebar for our day. Good night. It was so glorious and so beautiful to see everybody facing the east what was it? It's like Jenna Mayaka Allah was reading the Hebrew, you understand, and the prayers, and we all saying the prayers, praying to our power, you understand. That's calling upon the name of the Lord with one consent, because everybody that was in that vicinity, we all calling upon the name. We're all saying those prayers, and guess what? We're using that pure language, you understand. And that's what we're gonna go over tonight, you understand. So we, again, like I said, if you got any questions, feel free to ask. Man. So last week, what we did was, we went over body parts, and we also went over, you understand, the possessors. So we're gonna get into some more things tonight. I feel like, I want to hit you all with everything at once. So we're gonna do BTB, which is back to the basics. You understand? So we're gonna go back to the basics, showing you the greeting. We're going to show you how to do the connectors, when to do the connectors, how to know what a connector indicates. You understand? We're going to go into ranking order. You understand? We're just going to go into some words. Now, we're still going to do the possessive or the possessors and the suffixes, or, the prefixes, or the prefixes, which is before word. You understand? We're going to go into that. So like I said, I want to give you kind of like a premise of what we're going to be doing tonight, so you'll know. But, just a review, understand, we got here is head, which is Ra'ash. You understand? And we understand and know, again, this is the Assyrian. It's like this is the ancient here, and this is the Assyrian here. Well, like I said, with the review of what we're talking about already, you see there's a distinctive between the Assyrian and the ancient, which is the connectors, you understand, which is, again, it pays for you to learn the Hebrew, because whenever you're reading, you understand, the Assyrian in the mornings, on Saturday mornings for our Sabbath service, now you'll know which words to actually say. You understand? Because, for example, right, let's say just for this right here, this is I.S.U.P.K, right? So let's write it the right way. So it's yeah, no. But the actual word, or the breakdown of that word, is ayun. You understand? But see, now when we go into the ancient, now it's showing you that is by itself. So now this is just one pictograph or character. But then together it makes ayun instead of ayana. But you'll know that from reading the ancient or knowing the ancient. But sometimes, even when you see it here, it lets you know, sometimes you'll read something and it won't sound right. You understand? Like, for example, if I wrote, let's see. I'm gonna get rid of this. Let's start on this side. So, for example, right, if I wrote, we got Barak, right? So let's say in the Assyrian is so now if you see that and you're not really understanding how the Assyrian works or how the ancient works, you would say this. Barakah. You understand? But again, when we put that in ancient and we got them connectors, now you know. Now you know this is the Ba, this is the Ra, and the Ka. But now with the connectors, it makes it Ba Rock. You understand? So now it makes it Ba Rock. Or this one here. You understand? So that's kind of distinctive of reading the ancient and the Hebrew, which is I love so dearly. You understand? It's like it just helps so much. You get me? So, like I said, we talking about back to the basics tonight. So let's go ahead and get rid of this, man. If you do need this list that I'm erasing, you understand? I mean, get with me, hit me up on Facebook or social media or something. Qadash Barney Howard, you understand? And Lord willing, I can get you the information, or I mean, just refer back to an old class. You understand? Yeah, I'll say back to the basics. Let's go ahead and start with this alphabet. We're gonna start with the ancient. Uh, ba, da, da, ha, wa, abagada, hawa, ta. It's like that. Always do that. Then ka, sha, ya, cha, ra, ma, na, I, pa, za, wa. All right. What's on first? Ba, ga, da, ha, wa, da, ka, sa, ya, sa, la, ma, na, I, pa, sa, da, qua, ra, sha, da. What's on first? So this here, this here is your ancient, right? And again, everybody that I know that reads Hebrew, that start in Hebrew, that even whatever you have when it comes to in here, let's talk about specifically in here. Everybody that starts off with this is where they love to read. This is where they love to go to. You understand? It just, our spirit just reconciles with the ancient. You understand?
Right.
And it just lets you know it's rightfully so ours. Because just like myself, when I first got up there, and officer, I remember like it was yesterday. Officer Abraham was like, "It's like, you know how to read Hebrew?" I was like, sir. He put that chart in front of me, man. You know, which is a wild thing to have. So if you don't have it, this is it. You understand? And it goes. This is the ancient up here, and this is the Syrian up down here. You understand? And what you'll see, which is we're gonna get into it, but you see at the bottom, there's 5 characters in the ancient, or it's like in the Assyrian, that's showing you some distinctives, and we're going to show you how to use it and when the occurrence of when to use it. You understand? So again, like I said, man, with the ancient, it's just beautiful, man. You understand? So like, let's see, let's form a couple words with the ancient and show you the connectors with that, right? So let's say, and then again with Hebrew, it's going down out there. Good night. So like Hebrew is written from right to left. You understand? So whenever you see the Assyrian or the ancient written, you're gonna read it from right to left. It isn't just me speaking as a man. So this is my own word. But when I first realized that Hebrew was written from right to left, it blew my mind because I'm like, what in the world? You understand? Which is, we know Hebrew is one, if not the earliest form of communication, right? So with that being said, it shows you how Esau, the oppressor, the devil the Bible speaks of, you understand, how he took what we have that's dear to us and he changed it around. You understand? Like he always do. You understand? So now we write English from left to right. So again, that's how you know, man. Esau, he saw our culture, and it's like he wanted to be just like us. Just why he called himself Jewish. You understand? Because he's trying to pertain to being a real Jew. But we understand and know in Deuteronomy 28:68 chapter, it says that black, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews because we're the ones that came over here and conquered slave ships. You understand? The Taino Indians first partook of the transatlantic slave trade, then black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The rest of black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? Like I said, we're gonna form a couple words again to show you how just to use these words and how more so like to put your connectors on it, right? So let's start with one of the most common things we say in Israel, which is shalom. And we do not say that the one with the Y. You understand? I ain't gonna say it because I was thought Y might get on me for that. He can't stand that word, but for life, Cap always pick on it and be like, it say banana na. You know, he basically saying if you saying that word, you basically saying banana na, which makes no sense. You understand? So we got the Shah, the La, and the Ma. So right now, it's missing something here. So if I wrote this out, transliterated, it would say Shah, La, Ma. You understand? So this is the beauty of the ancient, right? We're going to show you the beauty of the ancient because in the Assyrian, you do not get this luxury. The Assyrian shows no love, man. You understand? So again, we got the Shah, the La, the Ma. You understand? So you got, when you're writing in the ancient, you have what they call connectors. Let's look it up. Let's get the formal definition of connectors. The Google Dictionary is going to look up Hebrew connectors. They don't want to give me what it says. I don't want to see those videos. want you to go to what they teach. We know they ain't one. That's only the ones that speaking that halacha. You know how they talk.
Right.
There you go. I couldn't have said it better myself, man. But you know what?
You know it ain't the real thing because it's mixed. Like that ain't even the real language. It's like mixed. Like it's like 3 or 4 different languages just thrown together.
Absolutely, sir. You're right. But matter of fact, since you said that, let's look that up. I guarantee you that tell us that. What Yiddish is. Oh, look at that. Yiddish. Yeah, right. They went straight to it. Now, when I try to look up connected, that's why we call the oppressor the devil, the Bible speaks.
Right.
You understand? Because we're trying to go to the ancient one, which is I've learned these oppressors, they don't even know the ancient. You understand? Right. Because it was some lady, she said some crazy mess to me one day, sidebar. We was at at the slave, you understand? And I delivered matches or whatever, you understand? So we go to the lady house and I see a book, it said Tanakh on. I'm like, oh man, you got a Tanakh, you understand? Like that's too wild, And she's like, yeah. And she said, oh, and she see my gun dollar down on that, around my neck, you understand? And she's trying to communicate with me in her language, Yiddish, you understand? And I looked at her, and I was like, what the world? You understand? And I just quoted, I think it's let me make sure. I don't want to say the wrong one. But I just quoted the scripture that, when they always say we can't speak in Hebrew, you understand? It's Deuteronomy chapter 6 and 4. It's Shema Yasha'Allah Yahweh Eloheinu Yahweh. And she looked at me like, what? You understand? Like, she really was very confused at what I said. But I said something wrong. You understand? And like, it really made me laugh on the inside because I'm like, yeah, you don't know what the true Hebrew is. You understand? You don't know what the ancient is. But you want to try to hit me with your little Yiddish mess and thinking I'm supposed to understand it. Say it again, sir. She don't know what she said. You're right, Calvin. So this is the definition of Yiddish, right? It says a language used by Jewish people. So they showing you right there. Again, it's funny how the oppressor loves to operate. You understand? Brother, a while ago, he said the oppressor has dog whistles or dog whistles. So it's certain words that they say that really just appeals to them and they'll understand and know the meaning of it. Now, before we got into the truth, we thought when it said Jewish, it's talking about the real Jews. But we know if I go to work at 8:30-ish, I'm not going to be at work at 8:30 on the dot. I'm going to be there around 8:30 or pertaining to that time. And that's what Jewish means. So this is talking about the oppressor here. It says a language used by Jewish people in Central and Eastern Europe before the Holocaust. It was originally a German dialect with words from Hebrew and several modern languages, and is today spoken mainly in the U.S., Israel, and Russia. Good night. They let you know this is not a pure language. Like my brother brought out earlier, he said, for then will I turn to the people a pure language that we may call in the name of the Most High with one consent. This is not pure. It's watered down. You understand? You can't go to the source of this. You understand? This pure language is what you see up here right now. Right. You understand? That's the pure language. This is our culture. You understand? So even Esau, Perry. You know what I'm saying? Esau is showing you that he even knows that he ain't the real Jews, which is so heavy, if I may. In Russia, there are icons or pictures of black rulership or black, what's the word I'm looking for? Barkiel always say this word. Nativity, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the word. You understand? But it's basically showing you how David was a black man. You understand? It's showing you Christ being a black man. You know what I'm saying? Hebrews 7:4 is showing you. You understand? Revelation 1:12 through 14 is letting you know. You understand? So these Russians over here or over there, you understand? They already know who we are. You understand? But it's just that we don't know who we are. You get what I'm saying? Most High Christ. That's a while. But yeah, I wanted to look that up. So since Esau don't want me to find out the connectors according to them, connectors is what connects. A connector, let's just put it like this. This is why we call ourselves biblical and Hebrew scholars. You understand? It says a connector connects two characters together to make one character or word. So with that being said, you understand the connector here is going to take this off, right? So you see I had SHALAM, but now it takes that off. It takes the A off of that, the ma, and now it makes it shalom. You understand? And one thing I've learned, I heard, man, this is a while ago, man. I thought this was a wild class. Like, this is, I've always been intrigued or interested in learning another language outside of English. Because, English is just so boring. And matter of fact, while I'm saying that real quick, right? One thing I've learned, shout out to Officer Lashawan on this. You understand? English is arbitrary, right? Arbitrary. I thought this is something that was very intelligent of him to bring out and just shows you, an example of why the Most High said Esau was a vagabond. You know what I'm saying? Because he has no actual origin. Well, he has an origin, but he has no culture that is actually his own or something that he can grasp and say, this is mine. You understand? So like, Esau just, he ain't got no flavor. y'all understand? We make jokes about him. When we talk about his food, we tell them that they don't even know what the seasoning is. You understand? And we know even in the scriptures, the Most High said there's a certain things that we're supposed to sacrifice to him as a sweet savor. You understand? I think it's Leviticus, 2:9 and 2:7, somewhere in Leviticus. It says for oblation with flour mingled with oil. You understand? That's that good old fried chicken. You understand? The Most High wants us to cook that fried chicken, and he want to be able to smell it. That's that sweet savor. You understand? Meaning when you cook it, it sends off, what's the word, pheromones, so some people can smell it. You understand? Just like if you ever see on some of the cartoons, man, you know what I mean? I always make this joke. Whenever you see the cartoons, and it's like you see some of the ones, they smell something that smell real good. It'll pick them up by their nose, and it just carry them on to the food. Yeah, cow. You understand? Like, that's how I used to be, man. When mama used to cook or something, and she throw that fried chicken in there, I levitate right onto the food. You understand? Right. That's how the Most High, he's like, that's that sweet savor. He want to know, yeah, that's Israel cooking, throwing down. You understand? And I ain't gonna lie, I've tried chicken just about every nationality there was. Shout out to the I.S.U.P.K, because like I said, when we get our gatherings, that's how brothers get that weight on them, because they eat good. You understand? These sisters in here, man, Most High Christ in them. I'm trying to tell you now, for real, now, you understand? But it's just a beautiful thing, man, because this is our culture. This is something that we could call our own. Right. You understand? Instead of calling English, trying to speak English. And you know how English don't even coincide with our spirit, because like Zion said in class Tuesday, we got thousands of words for the word money, bread, moolah, guac, cheese, ducats. You understand? The list goes on. You understand? Because we know and understand we are a special people. So they say we speak Ebonics because, and really, if you think about it, when it comes to the Hebrew, that's damn near Ebonics. You understand? But getting back to it, arbitrary, right? So English is arbitrary. It says it's based on a random choice or personal whim rather than any reason or system, right? So, for example, the letter, let's say, the letter F, right? We really don't even know why this is formed the way it's formed. But if I go into right, for the ancient, right? Let's say the with the ancient and man, look, I ain't no big jaw now, so y'all gotta bear with me a little bit. The whenever we did the pictographs, you understand, we made things that had meaning. So the here is showing strength. You understand, that bull or that cow. You understand? So you see here, now this has a meaning, but again, I can't go back and show you F is, whatever. You understand? So like I said, arbitrary, which is talking about the English language or the writing of English, is based on random choice. Meaning Esau saw how English, or like how the ancient was written, and he was like, you know what? Let me try to make a language of this. Because we know when it comes to English, it's a form of Latin as well. You understand? So like it says, based on random choice or personal whim. You know how people be like, I'm going on a whim, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's gonna be something that's gonna really pop or really something that's gonna be, valuable, but I'm gonna try it anyway. You understand? Then it says, rather than any reason or system, there is no system to this right here. But there's a system to this, you understand? That's why we got the pictographs. That's why we have, each one of these characters you see up here, there's 22 of them. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That means I'm missing one. So like, because it's supposed to be 22. The Sa. So like, y'all. I get a little ahead of myself, so like, nah. Young man Kevin would have caught that. Hey, sir, Salaki, sir. That you missing a Sa, sir. I miss my brother, man. Most I cry. I heard, man, look, that brother, man, most high Christ for you, man, for real, because like I said, man, just to see the product of Salaki Sidebar, just to see the product of, you understand, a good father teaching his son, man, because the way that brother was asking them questions, like Austin Bakial said, he blew my mind when he said reborn. Like that was too wild, man. Like, I'm like, look, I'm up here shouting them out, like, yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. But it's a glorious thing, man, to see our youth actually grow up in this truth and understand you're the greatest people on earth. And now you can push this to your friends. You can push this to your siblings. You can push this to the ones that are Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, of course. But you can push this to our people. You understand? Like the scripture said, train up a child when they grow, so like you train up a child, so when they grow old, they won't stray from it. So, roughly paraphrase. And that's what's going on, man. And to see that, man, it's just good night. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn right, man. Get out of hand, man. Damn right. Damn right. You understand? Right. For real, man. And see, and this, right, it's just like, if I may, sir, that's how we know we are the home of the truth. And there's no other thing outside this truth. You understand? Because again, man, I never like these brothers in this school. I never knew these brothers. But like the brother said, when we went to the Passover, you see a brother, Shalom, YAHANNA, Shalom, but you see so many brothers, you be like, Shalom, Lord of Christ, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Otherwise, it's brothers that was ranked under a brother or ranked over a brother, and he was calling him Adawan. Out of the just knowing, like, I know this brother, he's a, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I respect this brother or have reverence to this brother of his office. And it's a beautiful thing, man. Well, let me not rip filibuster, man, because I ain't, you know, we want to get back to the, you know, the topic at hand. But good night, man. It's just like, I love this truth, man. I love this truth, but Salaki. So there's 22 characters when it comes to the Hebrew. You understand? Which is, we know in English there's 25 or what, 26, 25? Good night. 26. Good night, boy. Oh man. But again, we know the English is arbitrary. You understand? So, with that being said, Hebrew, like I said, with you know, it's written from right to left, and of course the connectors. You understand? So let's move on. So we showed you how, when it comes to the Hebrew, it has more so of a meaning to it. You understand? It's more so like, matter of fact, we'll get you the meaning. Let's do that. So we'll do pictographs, right? So let's look up the word pictograph real quick. Pictograph, an ancient or prehistoric drawing or painting on a rock wall. And every time I see this, I gotta go to the Los Lunas Stones, man, because that's literally a rock, like that's showing you that ancient. I think that's so beautiful, man. Like, and that's how you know the Most High has left different, you know, clues or context clues or insigns to show us. You understand? You see that? That's Lama I right there, right here where my thumb is at, right there. The La, the Ma, and the I. You understand? Right. And see, if you go to the board, you got the La, the Ma, and the I. Oh, okay, Most High in Christ. You understand? So it's going into and showing you, man, like I said, man, you know, the things that we bringing up, man, it's not of our own. It's what the Most High has. So like, sir, if I may, can you give me the book of Amos chapter 3, verse 7, Baba Kashar? Come on, sir.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
Surely the Most High power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
And the prophets and his servants is the ones that's in the I.S.U.P.K. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General YAHANNA, like I said, surely the Most High will do nothing, but he will show his secrets, reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So one, to be a prophet, you have to be a servant. You understand? You don't see these other ones serving. I see the camp that said Salaki. I've seen a Christian church, but they call themselves a camp or fake Israelite that said that if a brother comes to him and he's poor, he's not going to pay him because that's the Lord doing his work. Good night. I mean, Christ said that he didn't even have no place to lay his head. So if Christ came up to you, you're not going to give him nothing either, right? You understand? That's how you know the spirit of these different fake Israelites. And that's why we call them fake Israelites, because they are not in here. They are not in this truth. You understand? The I.S.U.P.K, the Commander General YAHANNA, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we have food programs where we feed our people. We have clothing jobs where we feed our people, give and put clothes on their back. You understand? That poor mess la'ah, because the scriptures say beware, because you could be talking to an angel unaware. So it could have been an angel that came into you poor as us, I don't know what, and you turn them away. Now the Most High looking at you like, these ain't my servants. These ain't my prophets. The true prophets in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA, you understand? And that's why it says, surely the Most High will do nothing, but he will reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And this is what is the secrets of America. They want to keep us hidden. They want to make sure that we don't know who we are. They want to make sure that we don't know our language, that we don't know our true culture. That's why they call us black. That's why they call us wetbacks. That's why they call us spits. You understand? So again, we're gonna get into these pictographs, man, and just show, like I said, we brought out that the English is arbitrary. So it meaning that it has no type of origin or slack. It don't have no type of language meaning, and it don't have no type of system. You understand? But we're gonna show you the system of our language, which is, when I say our, we're talking about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? Because again, man, it's like this is the glorious thing that a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian can actually cling on to, man. Your own culture. So you got here, right? You got Allah, which is the cow. And like we showed you, you know, the what's the word I'm looking for? The example of what it's looking like. You understand? Because before we got into even this, we was writing the pictographs of the actual animal, I guess, so to speak, or the actual pictograph to show you the characteristic of each character. So Bayat, which is tent, the Gamal, which is camel, Dala, which is door, Hana, which is behold, the which is Wawa, which is the fish hook. And Salaki, I didn't even finish saying what I was saying, but yeah, I was watching a class, and I think it was Captain Mashak. He was bringing it out, and the Lashawan Qadash. It's like whenever you're saying the Hebrew, picture it as a child speaking or an infant speaking, and he'll say Baba, Dada. You know, understand? God, like, so even when you're reading the Hebrew, that's how it's spoken. Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La. You understand? So just keep that in mind when you're reading it, because that's helped me pronunciate the right word. Ma, which is fence. Ta, let's see. Right. Tana, which is a basket. Ya, yard, hand, ka, cup, is a palm. La, which is the mud. Learn. Ma, my yum, water. Na, Nawan, which is a sprout. I, no, like it. Did that last time. Sa, Samak, establish. I-N. Huh? Huh? No. So, all right. So this is the picture graph. You got the which is Allah, which is the cow. Bayat, tent. Gamal, which is a camel. Dalat, which is the door. Hana'a, which is behold. Wa, which is fish, or it's like a fish hook. Zayan, which is a weapon. You understand? Again, always reference my also Zion 5,000. You understand? If you notice, a lot of these characters, you can see them in. You understand the what the description is. So like this is around. The cow is called Ma, which is a fence. Yad, which is hand. Kop, which is palm. Lamad, which is learn. Mayom, which is water. Nawan, sprout. Samak, establish. Ayan, I. Pa, is mouth. Tazad is side. Kawash, snare. Ra'ash, head. Shan, teeth. Dal, mark. X marks the spot. So I'll give y'all a chance to, finish writing that down. gonna get into the Assyrian. And we're gonna show you the distinctive of the Assyrian and we show you the distinctive of the Assyrian and those characters, those 5 characters I showed you, and why. Why, when you see the Assyrian like that, you understand in certain words that you see, you have to use the certain characters in the Assyrian. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. All right. So this is the Assyrian, like the Assyrian, right? And with the Assyrian, like I said, is very distinctive in the words that you have that come after a word, or the characters that come after the word. So of course, you have your regular A, Ba, Da, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Ta, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Ta. You understand? Now, what you see, these other characters is the one that comes at the end, which is in order. It'll be the Ka, the Ma, the Na, the Pa, and the Tza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 characters. When you see them, it comes at the end of a word. It's changed. So the Ka here, right? Right. So if let's see a word. So priest. So the word priest, right, is kahan, right? So you got the word priest that means kahan. So the word priest means kahan, right? So I'm gonna show you the distinction between this one here and then this one here. Because this is at the beginning of a word and this is at the ending of a word. So you got kahan, so the ka here is at the beginning of a word, right? So it will look like this. Ka. Most High Christ. Okay. So even with the na, right? The na here. So like, hold on. Well, there's another thing about that Assyrian, but a lot of these things looking alike, man. Rich. Say it again, sir. What's going on out of Washington? Y'all watching that show like a thug. What's going on with you? One stipe? Good. Most High Christ. Yeah, that nine, that kind, it all look alike, man. But when you're reading it in the Assyrian, in the blue letter, you'll see the difference. So with that, like I said, this is Kahan, right? So you got the Ka, the Ha, then the Na here, gonna look like this. So now, and again, with the Assyrian, you don't have any connectors. You understand? So you got Kahan. But see now, like I said, this here is the Na. So the Na, it normally looks like this at the beginning. So like, let's see, let me see. It's a word I can show you with Na. Nathan. Which is to give.
Did a young man have a question?
Did he? I didn't see it.
Young man, you're right. I thought you asked a question like last week or so.
What was the question?
On him. But remember you told him, oh, you could
with Officer. I won't listen all the way because he was asking it with Officer Bunky, y'all.
Oh,
But he was talking about the characters in the Syrian and the ancient, the distinction. And I was like, just tune into the class.
okay.
Let's see what I know you're talking about. I don't know if he had a specific question. But if young man, you're right. If you were in the chat, man, if you got that question you had, I think it was Wednesday or Tuesday, man. If you remember it, put it in the chat, Baba Kasha. So this is Nathan here. And normally we say Nathan Lana will mean to give us. You understand? But this is like to give, right? So Nathan here, if I wrote Nathan, it would be like it really is. Well, sorry, correct. So this is the na, the tha, and the na. So it's Nathan. You understand? So Nathan, now you see there's two nas in here because if you broke it down, it would be the na, the tha, and the na. So if you really read it for face value, you would say Nathana, Nathana. You understand? But with that being said, we know when it comes to Assyrians and it don't have the connectors, you just have to understand when certain words are formed, you got to understand how to pronunciate it. So then again, here, what this is Nathan. The na and the tha and the na together here is going to form that thun. You understand? But like I said, if you see at the na, this is the beginning of the word here, and this is the ending of the word. You understand? So like Passover, right? So with the Passover, right? See the pa here is the beginning of the word. So it's going to be the original character. You understand? Let's see. Alawa. Right? So you see the distinction of the two. You got Passover, and the P is at the beginning. You understand? Well, so like not the P, but the Pa is at the beginning. So you have the Pa here, so it's Pasak. You understand? And again, if I didn't know what this meant, I would be pronouncing it like this. But again, with knowing the ancient and knowing when I see those characters put together, then I know, okay, Something ain't right. Like, even though it's supposed to be, or I might think it say pasaka, now I know, oh, you know what? Even though it don't have the connectors, when you put these words together, it's pasak. So now the double A drops off of the ka, and now you got pasak. You understand? So again, like here, we know alawat means general. Like it says, you understand, alawat mahayim, you understand? Um, I ain't know the Hebrew word for commander, so I didn't want to say commander Johnny. But so we know alawat here is general, you understand? So you got the the la, the wa, and the pa. But again, that's not the same character as the one that begins with the pasat because it's at the end. So now you see like the different ones of how, you know, when you see it at the beginning of a word and when you see it at the ending of a word. You understand? So like I showed you with shalom, you understand with shalom, if I wrote shalom, this would be the character. But if I wrote my yum, meaning, you know, water, then this would be the character. You understand? So if I wrote with tazah, that's I think the only one we haven't done so far. So earth, which is ra, tazah. So the end. The end of the word, right? So you got the the ra, and then the see this is for the ending of a word and this is the beginning. So it would be um, 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 aratata, meaning earth. All right. So we've done connectors, we've done the ancient, we've done the Assyrian. Let's just get into some words and more so just breaking down how to, you know, form them in the Hebrew and I'm sorry, and the ancient and the Assyrian, showing you distinctive of the, again the different words on, or word play on with the Assyrian, how to put, you understand, the 5 characters which are here, whether it's at the end of the word or at the beginning of the word. So if y'all got this down again, this is ra, tazah. So again, it's at the end of the word. That's why it will be here. Um, So we got shalom. These are common words that we all use in the school. You understand? So again, if you just tuning in, this is something that'll be good or great for you to understand the meaning of what we're actually saying. You understand? Because again, when I first came in here, I would hear brothers say, "How about Shema Shabbat?" I'm looking at him like, "What? What did you just say to me?" It's like, it sounds good, pause, but what did you say? You understand? So we can get into the meaning of what this is really saying. And Lord willing, I'll do the greeting for the brothers and the sisters, Lord willing, before the class is over. So you can get that down pat to understand what the brother's saying to the sister and what the sister's saying to the brother. You understand? So shalom. In the transliteration, it means peace. The water. We say thank you, but it goes. It's like, no, that's not that. It's thank you here. Tawab means good. And really with Tawab, it's like, Tawab is a contextual type of word. You understand? It can mean like okay, like if I say you're Tawab, meaning you could be like, are you good or are you okay? You understand? Or Tawab can be like great, like the sisters, they were super Tawab. You understand? Like it's just kind of the way we speak in the contextual of what we're talking about when it comes to Tawab. You understand? YAHANNA bar is your welcome. Now, but when you're looking at it, the bar is to speak, and YAHANNA is like none. So it's kind of like I love to say, it's kind of like we already saying when we say YAHANNA bar, it's like we're saying no sweat. You understand? But again, it's like you saying don't speak of it, don't mention it. You understand? Like you hear the people say don't mention it when you say thank you. You understand? Because it's like it's nothing. You understand? Like I did this out of the kindness of my heart, so don't even worry about it. You understand? I'm gonna put E.O. welcome. Good night. Bible Kashaz, please. Salakia is forgive me.
You have to.
Right.
You have to.
Man, look, hey, I heard brother say Salakia so many times, man. But you know what? That shows you that Israel is a people of manner. Because even if you see everything that you see up here is all about manners. You understand? Besides, even peace, when I say shalom, meaning, brother, I'm coming to you in peace. I don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for that. What's going on, brother? And we ain't doing that crazy mess peace or that phone home, whatever you want to call it. We're just saying, peace be unto you, brother. You understand? I'm coming to you as a brother. I'm coming to you as a brother to a sister. You understand? But again, if you see everything you see up here so far, what I wrote is nothing but manners. You understand? That shows you that Black Hispanics Native Indians, as a people, we're not those like barbaric. They call us barbaric because of the language. Because when we speak, you're like, ba, ga, da, ha. So they hear it say Yahweh. You understand? So they're like, damn, this is barbaric speaking here because the way they didn't understand this. When I say barbaric, or I'll say cavemen. Like how the caveman used to hit the woman on the back of the head to claim that it's real. I mean, good night. What kind of mess is that? Like, we want to please a woman, not knock her out. You understand? But again, it's going into manners here, man. You understand? So again, like I said, and I circle this because this is a proposition, which is Yah. So when you see Yah at the end of something, it's me, which is again a preposition. You understand? So when it says Salakia, meaning forgive me. You understand? Because I think, what is it? Wasalat now, meaning forgive us. You understand? But that's another topic for another time. So you got bless. Atah is you. And there is a plural here, it's like there's a there's a plural meaning male, or there's a plural meaning female, or there's a singular meaning the specific person that I'm talking to. You understand? But when it's saying a tha, that's singular meaning you, Salaki, because a thumb is the plural for the males, and a than is the plural for the females. So if I was to salute a brother, so like if I was to salute a group of brothers, like a brother when he come up on the stand for Sabbath service, he say, let's say I came out there, I'm like, Kodam, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yasha'Allah. They would say it back. Then I would say, Yahweh Hashem Brakathum, meaning I'm saluting every brother that I see up there. So that's plural for the males. But now if it's only a group of sisters, I'm gonna say Yahweh Shema Alatah. So like Yahweh Shema Alatan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, meaning I'm saluting only the sisters. Now if there's what's the word, a co-ed type of group, then you're gonna go masculine. You understand? So now writing it down, you got shalom, right? So in the ancient, shalom is, which is what we already showed you, right? Then the Assyrian, shalom is, I almost look like I know. And again, like I was saying, now you see the ma. This is the second character of the ma, which is meaning at the end of a word. So tawada, which would be the wa, the water. And it's thank you, man. So then you got on the Assyria, you got a the, wa, the, and the ha, which is select. The water. Swab. Swab. So that would be a yonder bar. I'm gonna let y'all get that real quick. And I'm gonna have to kind of erase that one because it's two, different distinctive words. Let y'all get that real quick. So it'd be, I wrote that backwards. I just realized that. So the ayan, the bar, which would ayan would go here, lucky. So it's ayan, the bar. This will go first. Here. Babakasha. Babakasha. Again, you see, man, like I said, like with that Assyrian and that ancient, man, it's just like, it just flows so well. You understand? Because now I know right here, when I see it, Babakasha. Babakasha. And really, when you seeing us, when we speak the ancient or Assyrian, or so like the Hebrew period, is the natural flow of the tongue. Because now when I say Baba Kusha, which is Baba Kusha, sometimes you hear brothers, it sounds like they put the ka in it, but it's Baba Kusha. You understand? But when we say it fast, it's Baba Kusha. You understand? So it's going to sound like it's a ka character in here, but it's really the qua. You understand? So then you got ba, ba, qua, sha. Oh, it's like ba, sha. Salakia, which is um, And see what I've noticed too, whenever you write it down like this, it helps you write the it. You understand in the ancient. So now I know the sa, the la is by itself. So now I can put the characters or the connectors here. And then I see kia. So now I know that's a connector. You understand? So you got so, wow. All right. Good.
Yeah.
Most of our graders, all right. Back to the basics is what we did, man. So, when we come back next week, we're gonna kind of basically review over what we went over. So we'll go into the words. We'll show you other different words, and then I want to go into again the why. So putting the why in the middle of something, you understand? So like Barak is blessed. So if I put Barawak, meaning blessing, meaning the process of what I'm doing, you understand? Putting it into action, putting it into form. So you got Shalom, which is peace. You got, the Assyrian, ancient, the water, which is thank you, Tawaf, which is good, Ayandabar, which is welcome, Bab Kasha, which is please, Salakia, which is forgive me, Barak, which is blessed, Athan, Salakia, Athan, which is you. And then you got the Assyrian and the ancient and the Assyrian for both. You understand? Good night. Time really flew by. Most on the circle. Let's say must be doing something right. So with that, we're gonna pass the class off to preaching officer of 500, Officer I.S.U.P.K, man, for the security announcement, man.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8. Salahi. Book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra, 10% of any penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we are in the Feast of First Fruits. Just keep watching class. Reach out to your camp leader if you have any questions on that. You can check the bulletin board here in the school for all upcoming events. You understand? If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf, or scarf. With that, I'm Majin, which means to stand. Gonna give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Amman Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshabakata.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshabakata.
Yahmatah, hands down. Class dismissed.